No wonder I was depressed.
I just wanted to stop.
Yes, I've always had a loving family and friends.
Coats. Wait, chair. Wedding. It's a wedding.
But this was the first time that I was alone, and really alone, physically and emotionally. It was the first time that I was ever really able to listen to my own thoughts, to my own opinions, and like truly listen, because sometimes I can get a thought and I just kind of gloss over, and I'm great at avoiding things. But this was truly the first time I didn't have a boyfriend. My friends, my close friends, had moved away. I was able to finally think for myself and not be influenced by anybody. And not to say that sometimes those influences were really great. Like, I love my friends, absolutely, through and through, ride or dies. We're in each other's lives literally forever. But you need that time to yourself. You definitely need time to be curious about your own thoughts and not be curious about other people's thoughts. One of my favorite pastimes is literally observing people and getting to know them and understanding them on a deeper level. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a therapist. I am not here to judge. I am simply here to get to know you even more. It's my favorite hobby. So now I finally had the time to do one of my favorite hobbies, which is getting to know someone deeper and deeper. And then we have me today. Hi, I'm Karina. For the last 4-5 years, I've rediscovered myself, and it feels really good to say, hey, old friend, how's it hanging? What's happening? Yeah. Well, anyways, now that I found myself again, and it truly didn't actually end up happening until I moved. So now let me tell you, I moved out of a space that was unhealthy for me. But I didn't really realize that. And I didn't really know, but I knew, but I didn't want to. And when I finally decided to move out, it came at a time where I was severely broke. I had racked up my credit cards, have $25,000 in credit card debt. All right, we're doing it. We've got all of our things in the car. The only thing is I have some things from Christmas, like little baubles that I also want to donate. But I didn't secure the little top again. And now they've spilled all over my car. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Had a lot of stuff. Feels good. So thankful for my partner for helping me with that. And then I got the job done, and I still have other things in my room to declutter, but in time. So I've spent my afternoon and evening, now it's 5:25, redecorating my shelving unit because it was just a hullabaloo. And I don't have a before because I just kind of went at it, and now I want to showcase a mid work. So before I had this mason jar up at the top, and then I had this little lamp here, and then this little one I had on my shelf or on my nightstand on this side. But I've since changed it, put it at the very top. So now I don't have this or that or my little voodoo doll. And then I stacked these two. I had two of the same peachy color. I just switched it out for this green one. I think I like it more. So now I'm debating on the books that I have. Maybe I can incorporate more of that green blue color and then see what that looks like, because it might be a little too much purple. And then down here is kind of bland, which I think I might just end up moving that one to the bottom shelf. So that, and then that's all the floor. Oh no, that's my bottom shelf. So I might switch those two and see what I do with my hair stuff. And then my mess here, I'll clean up.
And I was decreasing in income because all the while I also had a job that was not a good job. And I just watched myself slowly decline. And then I decided, it's time. It's time. The universe is quite literally pushing me out financially, out of this space, out of this apartment. It is time for a change. And I also made a really important, quite honestly, one of the best decisions, adding that to my best decisions list. Because the sheer joy I feel to live again, to see where my life takes me, to have a better direction, to have a steady pace, to feel so good and alive and happy. And that's not to say that my depression is completely gone. We're in a new season, a season where I have courageously become even more brave. And I love that about me, that I continue trying and that I continue learning and that I continue wanting to understand myself deeper and deeper. And honestly, that's kind of how this move feels for me. Was a pivotal point in my life where I was like, okay, so what are we going to do now? We're going to continue drowning, or are we going to try and do something different this time and create a whole new life? And here's the start to something new. And I hope that you stick around because honestly, it's kind of a good ending.